Okay. Back in Chicago, so if you hear the sirens, you'll know why. I was sitting for a friend, dog sitting for a friend, and I was thinking about what to talk about. And I know some people are interested in this topic, others aren't. This is like an extendition of this. That's not even a word. This is that same topic, but it's been buzzing around lately. So Eugenia Cooney, who is dying actively on YouTube, and YouTube doesn't seem to care, and she's promoting pro Anna stuff, obviously, by showing her bones jutting. She did a video. One of her last videos was she was singing Selena, and she had her when your hip bone is jutting out of your outfit, there is a problem. You can no longer tell me anymore with any convincing ounce of your personality that there is no problem whatsoever. Her mom knows about it. She's a nightmare. The whole family's weird. It's just a weird setup. Now enter two more figures into this poor girl's life. I say poor girl. She's going to be 30. She is going to be 30 next year. And she acts and talks like a 12-year-old. Her room is decorated. Go look. I'm begging you. Even if you don't like her, look at one of her videos. Her room's got like Teletubbies and all this Hello Kitty shit. She has the room of a 13-year-old girl. She has to ask her mom for permission to everything. There's bells on the doors of her house, like jingling bells so they can hear her leave. Like, she's captive. She's the chick that makes all the money. Let's put that out there. Never understood her appeal, because I think it's just because people want to see the shit show. She doesn't really do anything except, hi, I'm going to play Twitch tonight and play a video game. And there's nothing more I love than watching people on Twitch play video games. Isn't that fun? Isn't that great? So anyway, the one thing about it had always been one thing. The other thing about it had been particularly strange. As horrible as she is now, the girl must be 80 pounds. Must. All right? She is like concentration camp thin. There's no way around it. No nice way of saying it. But recently, she's made two new friends. And this girl is not known for having friends. She had a friend named Jacqueline Glenn, who is a famous YouTuber, who finally decided enough was enough and actually staged an intervention for this girl. Got her on a 5150, which they locked her up in LA. Got her away from the mother. I recommend going to Jacqueline Glenn's channel if you don't know that story, and how she got her away from her mother, and how the mother reacted to them getting her daughter help, by calling Jacqueline Glenn a bitch and sending people over there and trying to get her arrested for kidnapping. The girl's an adult. But so these were friends that were good friends that were helping her. But everything they said later on when they came out with their video was orchestrated. Every time she went out, a driver drove her everywhere. Her mom had to know when she was coming, and her mom had to know when she was going. The mom had to know every step of everything she was doing. Every ounce of her life was controlled for her. Well, somehow now she's made two new friends, and they're the best people ever. Jefree Star. This other one I hadn't heard of is Rich Lux. I couldn't stand his face. That's the first thing about him. It's just like an angry Teletubby. I just couldn't, with bad makeup on. Like a Teletubby who put dollar store makeup on. I'm like, okay, and he's got a Burger King crown on his head. I'm like, that's wonderful. So just to see what he did, he's one of those girl gossip channel. Girl, ooh, I'm going to give you some tea. Who puts fucking titles, by the way, that are bullshit. Bullshit titles like, H3 is in big trouble. It turns out it's something that 80 people have already talked about that just happened that day. It is nothing like, I don't know, Ethan Klein farted at age 3. Ooh, yeah, there was some drama today. And he's got to have the fan. That's never been done. Somebody really flamboyant and all that. He's a wannabe Perez Hilton when Perez Hilton mattered. Do you know what I'm saying? And he's just an obnoxious piece of garbage. And I watched 3 of his videos. His voice makes me want to drive nails through my ball sack. Like, it's like, shut the fuck. Even if he's a friend of mine, guys, you even happen to win. Here's the tea that happened. But first of all, stop it. Stop it. Let's take it down to a 2 right now. You're putting shit on. We know you are. Number 3, you're an asshole of a person. Anybody who's a gossip columnist or something like that, you're a jerk off. You're making money off people's, like, fucking misery and shit like that. I make fun of everybody. I talk about a lot of things that are important, some that aren't important, other things that just don't make any fucking sense whatsoever. But I don't do celebrity gossip and tea and, ooh, the tea is good. I hate tea people. Anybody with tea, go the fuck away. Unless you have real tea for me, then I'll take it. So we got him. And all of a sudden, he starts talking with Eugenia Cooney online, and they're really good friends. And then guess who enters the picture? Skeletor. Another one who's probably going to eat D. I don't know for certain. Allegedly he looked. Jefree Star, who I don't know. I know he's a makeup guy guru. There's like that trend that started with the beauty people who are all insane. Remember, there was Toddy Westbrook. She's the soccer mom who put on makeup and then got mad at James Charles for touching underage people, even though she knew about it and started crying on camera. And then, that backfired on her, so she made an apology blaming Jeffree Star for orchestrating the whole thing because Jeffree Star hated James Charles because in some rivalry. And Jeffree Star is just a despicable person. Like, if you look even at his past, like, he promoted, like, a makeup line that had swastikas on it. It's like, yeah, you're so cool. He's famous for basically having blackmail on everybody in Hollywood and everybody in the YouTube community. People are scared of him, which I've never... I've seen scary people. A guy in a Harley who's like 6'4" and big and muscly is going to scare the shit out of me. If I saw Jeffree Star at me like, I have receipts on you, I'm going to tell you some secret about your past. Bitch, go ahead. Go ahead, you anemic motherfucker, but do it before get a blood transfusion before you do, because you look like your little girlfriend over here, Eugenia, with bad makeup. I never understood it. I never understood the fascination with him. But he's known for being a really shitty person, and one of the most shitty things about him is that he allegedly, there's another YouTuber, some YouTubers involved with this, called Blair White. Blair White's a kind of controversial YouTuber. I'm not sure where I stand with her. Trans woman who's Republican. It's a whole thing. But called her up and basically let her know that he had credible information that James Charles is a predator, basically a victim, stating what happened to them, who I'm guessing underage. Yeah, it was underage. He won't say who the victim was, but he just kind of bragged about having this. That just makes you a shitty person. You should have gone to the cops. And he's always been involved in some bullshit. He's not a nice dude. I don't like him. I don't care about him. I don't care about his little fucking makeup. He can fucking use blush on his asshole for all I care. Fine, go ahead. But all of a sudden, him and this girl, this T-girl, Rich Lux, we're doing like live streams with Eugenia Cooney. They're going under like Twitch. All of a sudden, they're her best pals. And now she's finally out at Jeffree Star's house. She's on their content constantly. Honey, I know she's not watching this. If she was watching this, what I would say to her is, honey, listen. Balance yourself, because there's like a stiff 2-mile-an-hour wind out. You're going to blow away to another state. Sit down. Listen to this. They are using you for content. Their content numbers go down like this. They've had to make videos addressing the hate that they're getting for platforming you. They are actively platforming you. This girl had a mobile crisis team called on her by concerned viewers. Jeffree Star's ass, Skeletor number 2 over there, and this girl, I had no discernible talent, girl with the stink potato face over here. He's sitting there, and they're kind of mocking the fact that people gave a shit. Like, it's nothing wrong with her. She's fine. Eugenia, prove you're fine. They're making fun of her. They're using her. They made her on the stream drink a sip of water because that makes sure she's okay. Because somebody who's 10 pounds can't drink a sip of water. They just can't. That means she's fine. She's eating loaves of bread every night. She's great. She's Gucci. Look at her. If you are putting her on your fucking channel, if you are pimping her out every fucking second, you're no better than the mom. You're straight pimps. That's all you are. And this poor chick is the whore. She's being pimped out and she's being used. And right now she's actively being used by a YouTuber who doesn't need the views, who doesn't need the money, who must just be doing this as his own sick, demented pleasure, which makes him an even shittier person than I thought he was. Now, girl over here, Lux, where's the rich part? Are you really rich? Having $10,000 is it? Maybe he is. I don't know. Getting all mad that people are concerned. You're another one. How fucking dare you platform this chick when she's sick? If you were a friend, both of you would call her privately. Say, you need to get help. I could have understood if Jeffree Star got the bony bitch out there and fucking said, listen, we're going to 5150 you like this bitch did, but this time we're going to keep it. He probably has enough money to get security to keep her crazy mother away and everybody else that are there, but I'm sure her mom's there. And it's just like, again, whose fault is it ultimately? The people that watch her? I guess so, to an extent. But again, I can't get over and wrap my head around the fact that YouTube constantly is fucking with creators like me, other people, true crime people, for saying certain words that need to be said, like in the context of a crime or something like that, are mad at our lingo, so they condemn it as hate speech. But this girl who has made national news because she is dying on YouTube is now being platformed by two well-known, one very well-known YouTuber, and no one seems to give a shit. No one on YouTube side, the woman who runs YouTube, there's a special place in hell for her. I don't care if I get kicked off of this because it said, that bitch is burning in hell. You are an evil, disgusting, despicable woman, knowing what you know, doing what you do to other creators. First of all, let's forget the nonsense rules that you have and just love kicking people off. Let's forget about that. The fake free speech that we have on YouTube. We have no free speech on YouTube anymore. It doesn't exist at all. You can't say anything anymore. Forget that. But that you promote people who either eat themselves to death by mukbanging, you're fine with that. You like people hurting themselves. And you have the balls to sit there and say, well, yeah, but if you cut yourself and put self-harm, we don't like videos like that. We don't. So let me get this straight. If Eugenia Cooney got on there and started cutting her arm up, and started gashing herself with a knife, then there'd be a problem. They'd shut her video down. They'd take her channel off. But this is okay. It's all such bullshit, and I can't stand it. I can't stand these two fuckers with her. I feel sorry for her. I've made fun of her in the past because the situation, this shit show, I can't help but watch. It's just so bizarre. Stephen King couldn't write a book like this. A mother keeping her daughter hostage at 29, even though the daughter makes all the money, the daughter's in a 12-year-old mindset. But it gets more, there's more there. It's so bizarre. And they put it out there for everybody to see. So, yeah, I see it. But I did stop watching her content now. Like, now whenever her videos come up, and they do come up on my timeline because I talked about her, now I don't watch. Because I'm just like, it's just sad at this point. And, yeah, I feel bad for her. And you know what? Karma, again, I gotta say it. It's a real bitch. And I wouldn't want to be those two guys when it comes after them. Because it's going to come. It's going to come hard. And the whole world is going to see it. I guarantee you that. Your downfalls will be great. I promise you. They will be legendary. It'll be some type of scandal or something, but it will come on you because what you're doing, and you know what you're doing. You know this girl is not well. You're using her. And that's sick and that's disgusting. Bringing her to your house, putting her on your lives every 5 seconds. Ooh, Lux, whatever, told her to pretend to be dead or something on says she's doing fake dead poses. The fuck? Those are friends? I've gone on too long, but yeah. It's something that burned my ass. I figured you'd be entertained by it. God help her.